Want to know why Californians are moving to Roanoke? And you should too?
Stay tuned and we'll tell you why. Hey, and welcome to our channel. It's Hal Cone.
And Chris Cone with Cone Realty Group.
If this is your first time tuning in, please make sure you click the subscribe button as well as a little notification icon so that you're gonna get notified each and every time we release a new video about living, working, and playing in the amazing Roanoke Valley.
That's right. It is so incredible. We have folks constantly contacting us from all over the country wanting to move to or within Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, or surrounding areas. So if that's you, your friends, or your family, give us a call, send us an email, or you can shoot us a text. We'd love to have a conversation with you and answer any questions you may have.
Yep, we got your back. All right, so you have joined us to learn more about the cost of living and the pros and cons of moving to Roanoke area from California.
Yeah.
And so today you are in for a treat. We are shooting on location here in Green Hill Park, which is in Salem, right next to Roanoke, right?
Right. This is just west of Roanoke. One of my favorite parks here because it has so much to choose from. There's lots of events in this massive lawn that they have. You can see behind us, we have nice picnic shelters, good Vanna White. There's a huge, beautiful river. You have lots of river access here. We actually came wading here in the summer.
Yeah, during coronavirus, we came over here and socially distanced, and there were a lot of people in the river. They were being respectful of each other's space, but it's a perfect place to bring the kiddos to wade through, to swim, and just have an awesome Saturday, Sunday afternoon, relaxing and getting out of the heat. We do get a little bit of humidity here during the summertime.
Lots of ball fields. We had a lemonade stand here one time, and lots of playgrounds. So check it out, Green Hill Park. This is one of many, many parks in Roanoke Valley. You can see that on one of our other videos, but today we're gonna talk about California versus Roanoke.
All right, so let's jump right in talking about Californians moving to Roanoke.
Yeah, actually we've had quite a few clients that have contacted us from California wanting to move here. We wanted to dig into it a little bit more because it's interesting. Why would you want to move from California here? Well, this is what they had to tell us. Among other things, which we'll get into a little later, it's air quality, it's the seasons, it is the cost of living. So, and actually this one client we talked to, she just called about 3 weeks ago and her house is burned down twice in the wildfires.
Yeah, and she loves California.
Yes.
She said she lives, dies, breathes California. However, she's like, I can't take my house burning down anymore.
Yeah.
So she is looking to relocate here to Roanoke.
Yeah, and most of her family had already relocated, and she's trying to bring her friends here too.
Yeah.
So it turns out that they're not the only ones that are relocating from California.
Really?
And we dug into it. Can you believe that almost 700,000 people moved from California last year? And that's more than the previous year. So that's like the whole state of Wyoming.
Holy Toledo.
Every year.
A lot of people
leaving
that are leaving California.
Yeah.
So, and one of the reasons they're doing that is because of the astronomical cost of living.
Yeah.
And what's one of the biggest costs that you have when it comes to your cost of living?
Well, housing.
It's gonna be housing, right? So we were reading up on this, and San Francisco, an average house out there is $1.3 million. And I'm thinking that's like this little like shack or like probably like 500 or 600 square foot type of something, right? So, however, here, guess what our median home price is? $227,000 right now in the Roanoke Valley.
For a nice home.
Yeah, for a nice home. You're gonna look at like 3+ bedrooms, 2+ bathrooms. You're gonna have a garage. It's gonna be a brick. You're looking at a ranch. You can get 2 stories, and then
square footage
footage is gonna be more. And if you want like say, hey, I need space, I need acreage, and I need a huge house. I mean, you can get into one of those for anywhere from $500,000, $600,000.
Yeah,
and you're gonna be like 5,000 square feet, couple 3 acres. It's just crazy the amount of house and the land that you can get here in the Roanoke Valley in comparison to California.
And I love seeing people's faces when they come down from metropolitan areas, especially our California clients.
Yeah.
And we take them around to look at homes and they are just amazed. Look at this kitchen, look at the dining room, the living room. It's huge. And the bedrooms, the garages, garages, the yard, so lots of room to spread out for much less money in most cases.
All right, so we're talking about cost of living. One thing to keep in mind is the fact that if you make $120,000 in Los Angeles, California, all you need to make here in Roanoke is going to be $53,000 to have the same lifestyle that you've got in California.
Oh, wow.
So that is awesome. And another reason for that is not only housing prices, but also our taxes.
Yeah, so Virginia has a progressive income tax system, and the rates range from 2% to 5.75%. So most people are going to be in that higher range there. But also sales tax, when we're talking about that, it's in the region, the average is about 5.3%.
Yeah, and then also we hear from all over the country how astronomical property taxes are on your home. I mean,
yeah.
it is just astronomical. And here in the Roanoke area, we do not have that problem. So one of the cheaper places to live as far as from a property tax perspective is going to be Bedford County. And let's say you've got a $300,000 house in Bedford County, then you're going to pay only $1,500 a year in taxes on that property.
And then like Botetourt, if you want to compare it to Botetourt, that same $300,000 home, that's going to cost in property taxes about $2,300 a year.
Yeah, so again, cheap. And then probably the highest one in the region is going to be Roanoke City proper.
Right.
And it is going to be a $300,000 house. It's going to cost you almost $3,700 a year in taxes. So still not astronomical, because we hear stories of people paying $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 on a $200,000 property or a $300,000 property.
Right.
It's crazy. So it's a house payment on top of a house payment.
Exactly.
That's just to pay your property taxes each and every year in California as well as in other parts of the United States. All right, so another reason people are choosing Roanoke over California is gonna be the quality of the air. So air quality.
Take a deep breath. It feels great. It is a nice, crisp fall morning, and it is beautiful. I have no problems breathing.
No, and we've got clients that have contacted us that have already moved over here, and they were talking about the fact that, hey, we're getting ready to list our house. However, we're not gonna list it until the air quality improves because of all of the wildfires that have been going on in California this year. So they had that window of opportunity. They listed their house. It's under contract, being sold, and they're coming back over here pretty soon, and they're gonna buy a house here in Roanoke where they're gonna have really awesome air quality.
Yeah, and we've heard this from numerous clients. It's the 4 seasons, depending on where you live. They really love that aspect of it. But it's the air quality, it's the water quality, just our general environment here is just so inviting. You can see from the background, all the trees are almost gone. We're late in the fall filming this, but it is absolutely gorgeous year-round in these park-like settings, and you can find this all over the valley.
Well, and I'm gonna put you on the spot here for a second because we're gonna talk about water quality.
Oh boy.
So how do you relate to water quality from your days at Ferrum?
Well, yes. I went to Ferrum College, which is a local private school in Franklin County. Absolutely beautiful setting. I could go on and on, but I won't.
We're talking about water quality.
That's right. Background is environmental science. Worked with NC State University in Asheville, North Carolina, working on water quality, and EPA in Atlanta, actually.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, the water quality around here, I definitely let my kids play in the stream. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, there you go. So what's another reason people are loving the move to the Roanoke Valley? Well, that's gonna be 3 things. It's gonna be beauty, mountains, and beaches. And if you look behind us here at Green Hill Park today, we've got the tail end of fall here, and it is fall foliage, and it looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And you know what? We're surrounded by mountains, being in the valley here, obviously. But I tell you what, that protects us from a lot of weather, and it also affords this gorgeous view pretty much anywhere you go. If you want to hit the mountains and get up higher in elevation, that's a quick 15, 20, 25-minute drive, depending on where you are in the valley.
Which area you want to go to.
Right. And then if you're a beach person or just want to get away, then you head to the beach. And that can, depending on which beach you want to go to, the closest one is about 4.5 hours. You could leave in the morning and be there by lunch.
And if you decide that you want to go to another state, you can go to North Carolina to go to North Topsail or Topsail Island, which we love.
Yes.
And then also, we just got back from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is a quick, easy 5.5-hour drive as well. So you've got options. So if you get tired of the mountains, you're like, hey, I need to be at the beach. When we were at the beach this past weekend, I mean, it was 78 degrees. We're on the beach. beach. She got a little bit of a sunburn, and it was a lot of fun, and it was great weather. So you've got beauty, you've got mountains, and you've got easy access to the beach if that's your thing too.
Right, and don't forget about Outer Banks. Check that out among all the beaches you have to choose from. That's a great option as well.
Let's jump into Southern hospitality and the charm of the Roanoke Valley.
Yeah, and I think we kind of take this for granted a little bit. Both of us were born in the South. I was born right here in Roanoke City. And where were you born?
I was born and raised in Southwest Georgia.
Hence the accent.
Yeah, so I've migrated up closer and closer to the Mason-Dixon line now, but we are still in the South here in Roanoke proper.
Yeah, so you're talking front porch sitting, sweet tea drinking, nice friendly environment typically. And again, I don't think about it very much, but when I do visit other places, it's a noticeable difference, and in the way people greet you and how you're treated, I think. Great places all around, but here you will find people that will say hello and ask your name, how you're doing. And my kids always say, do you know that person? No, but I just had a 20-minute conversation with them because why not? Hey, it's the South, let's be friendly.
Yeah, and we just had some clients come into town yesterday, and they'd been in town all weekend, driving around, and he's like, hey, what's this about non-aggressive drivers here, right? He's like, I feel like I'm the most aggressive person in the area. And I'm like, yeah, it's a lot more laid back here when it comes to our traffic and with how we drive. So people will let you in when you put your blinker on, and they won't give you the finger whenever you go past them normally.
Right.
Depending upon the day and how they feel.
But they say even your drivers are friendly. So that spoke volumes to us. This is the kind of place where you're walking down the street. People are gonna say hi, they're gonna nod and wave, and then you'll be greeted in most places that you go. So hope you enjoy that Southern hospitality.
All right, here is yet another reason you're gonna love the Roanoke, Salem, and Botetourt areas. Here in Virginia, you hear us talk about the natural beauty, you hear us talk about all the outdoor activities, and the reason we talk about that is because we have immediate access to some amazing public lands like Carvin's Cove, which is 12,000 acres of a recreation playground right in our backyard.
And it's absolutely beautiful. It's a reservoir, and that lends itself to boating, fishing, hiking, mountain biking. Lots of mountain bikers go there, and it is just so peaceful and secluded. So that's just basically an outdoor adventure playground. It's fantastic. 12,000 acres. You could just spend weeks there at a time. Picnic shelters, all kinds of stuff. Very fun.
And if that happens to not be enough for you, we've got the George Washington National Forest as well as the Jefferson National Forest that are combined now.
Right.
And that's combined for a 1.6 million acres of public land that is accessible. You can easily get to it from Roanoke in no time flat.
Right, so hunting, camping, fishing, hiking, you've got it all right here within easy access of anywhere you are in the Roanoke Valley. So this truly is an outdoor lover's paradise. You know, our motto for Virginia is for lovers. Virginia and Roanoke especially is for outdoor lovers. So come check it out.
Oh, there you go, I like it. Quick commercial break for you, just in case you have missed the multitude of videos that we have out there for you to help you in making your decision to move to the amazing Roanoke Valley. Now, we've got things on the outdoor amenities here.
Yes.
We've got additional things on the Four Seasons here.
Yeah.
We've got additional videos on, what else?
You've got that deer in headlights look. So we've got pros and cons of living here, top employers of Roanoke, and all that. Some of the things that we're talking about in this video, you can dig in deeper in those other videos, so we encourage you to check those out. But right now we're talking about Four Seasons, and like he was saying, we have a video on that. So if you're really interested in our climate, go check out that video, but let's just touch on the Four Seasons.
Yeah, so when you move here, you're gonna have the opportunity to partake and enjoy all four seasons. So you're not gonna have like months and months and months of hot or months and months and months of cold. So that's why a lot of people are moving here, and they're calling it home now. So, you know, we've got a winter, and in the winter we've got that's a little bit not too cold.
I don't think so. I think the average is The average low is 27 degrees. So we do get some snow. We don't get a lot. It's very sporadic, really, but a relatively mild winter, depending on where you live, to compare it to. And then our spring is lovely. Everything's blooming and very nice. And our summer's not too hot.
No, we do have some humidity.
Yes.
But I think our average is like 87 or something like that as far as a high. And we do get some rain, but not a tremendous amount of rain. And then one of our favorite season, which if you watch the first videos, you know is going to be fall, which is when we're filming today.
People really flock to this area to see the fall foliage. It just puts on this grand display. We're filming at the beginning, or actually middle of November, and you can see there's still some colorful leaves on the trees. But regardless, come check out the Blue Ridge Parkway. You can drive that and see all the beautiful foliage, and you can just enjoy it right here from your back porch or front porch too. You've got mountains all around you and trees within. It's so very green here. That's what some people say. It's so green and there's trees everywhere, and that's intentional. Great place to enjoy the valley.
When you're looking to get out of California, you're gonna want to look for, and you're gonna find it right here, a great quality of life.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in. I think you'll find something here that you will mesh with and you will become part of the community with. And we've just heard lots of feedback that it's a great quality of life, and we love it.
We wouldn't be here and promoting it and telling you to come see us and live here beside us here in the Roanoke Valley if it wasn't a great quality of life.
Right, and one of those factors, I think back to our time in Atlanta and the traffic, is certainly traffic concerns.
Yes.
And compared to the rest of the metropolitan areas, we do not have very much traffic, and you typically have a very short commute time, especially now with a lot of people telecommuting and working from home. That's really nice. But if you do have to commute, typically it's not a long drive at all.
It's only about 20 minutes average commute, and you can decide, hey, I want to live like really close to where I work, and you might have a 5-minute commute, or you might be able to walk to work, or you can ride your bike to work, because we've got lots of people that are pushing, that are proponents for making sure, hey, let's use alternative means to get to work besides our vehicles.
You could even take a Lime scooter or a Zaxter
You
bike.
could, yes, absolutely.
We have public transportation as well, and a free trolley.
Yeah, and speaking of commute times and vehicles, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about gas prices.
Oh,
right.
right.
So if you are driving or taking some day trips, we'll talk about in a minute, then the cost to do that is going to be substantially lower here in Roanoke, especially because the average price for a gallon of gasoline here is $1.91 as we are
awesome.
as we're shooting this. But compared to California, the average in California right now is like $3.17. So over $1.20 some odd cents more per gallon in California right now. And that's because they enacted in the last couple of years, I guess, like a 47-cent state tax on top of the gas, which is crazy.
Yes. So if nothing else, come here for lower gas prices and quality of life.
That's right. Okay, so just because you're moving to the East Coast from the West Coast does not mean you have to give up your wines, because we have some amazing vineyards here in Virginia.
Yes, thank goodness. I really love my visits to California. I always have. You've enjoyed it too.
I have, absolutely. Yeah, we went to San Francisco, and we had a journey of a trip to get out to Napa from where we were. Because we thought it was going to be one thing, but turned out to be something else. But had a great time sampling some wines, taking a train ride, and all that stuff, which is you who are in that area, you understand exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, and I've been a couple times, just Napa, Sonoma, absolutely gorgeous. I love learning about wine, and I love enjoying wine, of course. But what I really enjoyed learning is that Virginia has over 230 vineyards right here in the state of Virginia.
Quite a few right here in our backyard. So it's not like you have to drive hours to get there.
Right.
We have like Amrines, we have Chateau Morset,
Oh, beautiful.
we have Valhalla, that
Virginia
are
Mountain Vineyards.
Villa Appalachia.
Oh,
So
yeah.
and those are 15, 20, 30-minute drive, depending upon where you are in the valley to get there. And then if you want to take more of a day trip, you can go up to the Charlottesville area, which is about an hour and a half away. And there are a ton of wineries and vineyards there where you can just make a day trip out of it. You can have a van rental, that type of thing, and just have a big weekend weekend of wine tasting and eating and just enjoying time
Right.
with family and friends.
Yeah, so it could be a family trip, friend trip. You can make it a romantic getaway. Lots of options for you to choose from and enjoy Virginia wines. Okay, along the same lines as wine, let's put a cork in it because this one is done.
Yes, it is. We hope that we have brought you tremendous value today on the front of what's it like to live in California, cost of living, and pros and cons to here in Roanoke Valley. If you want to stay in contact with us just a little bit, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. It'll come to you via email twice a month. The contact information to do that is down below this video.
Right, and if you have any questions and comments, or if we can have a conversation with you, you can call us, text us, or email us. We would love to chat.
Yep, and we will see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.